Hey everyone, so seeing as Thoma is on his way to Genshin, I wanted to make this quick little video going over how you should be preparing for this Pyro Superstar. And with that, let's move on to the video. So first up, let's go over the different materials you should be farming for Thoma. First up is the Agnidus Agate crystals. These are those pyro ones that you can get from any mob, and you'll probably have a ton by now, but if you need more, then you can farm them from any pyro based mob in the world, like the Pyro Hypostasis in Inazuma. And speaking of the Pyro Hypostasis, the next item you will need is a Smoldering Pearl, obtainable from the Pyro Hypostasis. So definitely if you need either of these items, definitely get farming this boss. Next up we have the Fluroscent Fungus. Now this is an item that will be added in the new island coming up in 2.2. Other items include the Treasure Hunter Insignias. Now these can be found everywhere and have a pretty decent drop rate, with a lot of them spawning in Leeway, and these are needed for both his ascension and his talents, so make sure you farm a good amount of these. For the talent materials, we first have the weekly boss material, and that is the Hellfire butterfly, which is from the new weekly boss La Signora, located in Inazuma, who is a relatively new boss, so make sure you save all the materials you get from her so you can have enough to level Thoma's talents. Final talent material are the teachings of Transcience. These can be obtained by the Violet Court, which is a domain in Inazuma on Monday, Thursday or Sunday. So get farming now. Now then, next we come to his artifacts. So the first set that comes to mind is the Emblem of Sacred Fate. Just like Shinshu, Thoma's main use comes from his burst. So what's better than the Emblem of Sacred Fate, as this will give him energy recharge, which is always useful on someone who's quite burst dependent, as well as giving him a huge damage increase on his burst. Again, very nice, and will probably be his best in slot, at least if you're focusing on a sub DPS build. Alternatively, you could also run something like a 2-piece Crimson and 2-piece Noblesse, which is also very good. Probably not as good as the Emblem, but definitely work it if you don't have good Emblem pieces with substats. Now, what if you aren't really running him for his pyro application and burst, and instead are looking to take advantage of his shield in a more support focused build? Well, in that case, it would probably be better to build something like a 2-piece Tenacity of Monolith for the HP increase, as his shield does in fact scale with HP, alongside a 2-piece Emblem for the energy recharge. So these should be the artifacts you should be focusing on. But what about the substats? Well, they are gonna differ depending on whether you're gonna run them as a support or sub DPS. If sub DPS is something you're interested in, then something like attack percentage, energy recharge on the sands, depending on your weapon, if it has energy recharge or not. If it does, then attack percentage. If not, energy recharge. Pyro damage goblet, and then crit rate or crit damage on the circlet would be the best. Whereas for the support, you're going to want to focus on HP percentage around the board in order to maximize the shield's effectiveness. The only sort of other thing is to make sure you have enough heroes wits and mora to get them through the leveling stage and for the talent level ups, but if you have managed to tick off everything I mentioned in this video, then you should be in a great place when he gets released. And so the only thing that's left to do is to pray to the RNG gods that you get him, although he is a 4-star, so hopefully it shouldn't be too hard. But I still haven't managed to get Sucrose, even though I summoned for her on so many banners. I never managed to get her, so hopefully Thoma won't be like her. But anyways, I wish you all the best on your pulls for Thoma. And as always, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.